Hello everybody, welcome to our Thursday video. This one is going to deep dive Red Goblin. Where does the character come from? What differs it from Green Goblin? And how the heck does it end up merging with the Carnage symbiote? Yes, we're going to learn a little bit more about Norman Osborn and his very weird associations. Let's face it, we know all we need to know about Norman Osborn. If you've seen the Marvel films, you've seen the Spider-Man films, you've seen anything associated with the games, you know Norman Osborn likes to dabble in things. And in particular, when he dabbled in the Green Goblin formula and turned himself into, well, some lean, mean, fighting machine who likes to throw the odd pumpkin bomb or two. The Green Goblin formula itself looks to improve things like reflexes, agility, healing factor, where, you know, humans don't really have much of a healing factor, but it's superhuman level, yes, and with durability, stamina, and speed. Not to mention the fact of, well, you know, in some kind of like exoskeleton, you can really see that Norman Osborn and the Green Goblin are the same and as well incredibly powerful. Norman Osborn has been somewhat of a pest, a thorn in Spider-Man's side for a while, even trying to spread his Goblin serum on the world. He even accepted a Spider-Man invented serum that was to suppress and stop his Goblin formula that he once took, and was so annoyed at one stage as wanted to let out the Green Goblin persona, he went to the Temple with No Name to try and get magical powers. I don't know, to try and get back the ferociousness that he once had and his insanity in order to unlock the Green Goblin. Norman was so crazy, he even tried to break into the sanctum where Doctor Strange's residence is. Like, what's wrong with this dude? Norman, now near desperation, wanting to get his villainous and insane side back, decided to get his henchman to steal a lockbox which contained the Carnage symbiote. Now, if you're thinking like me and you're like, man, so he's going for the Carnage symbiote and he's pretty much going to get it kind of like adopting him. And that's the thing, that mentality, that insanity, which, look, Cletus Cassidy was pretty damn mental. So it's going to be a case of like, yeah, they're going to bond pretty well. I think that's going to be a match made in heaven or a match made in absolute ferocity, insanity, and nothing's going to be left standing after. Even worse, as you see with this image on screen at the moment, that Norman's there going, stop, I am in control here. Norman Osborn, the Green, give it up. There's no I here, and green's out. There's only red. We're making everything red. They'll be soaked and drenched in it. And we are Carnage. Now you might be wondering, well, that Carnage version doesn't look exactly like the one that we're going to see in game, and as well one that we've seen elsewhere. And the reason behind this is that Norman Osborn is allowed to drink the Green Goblin formula and becomes a Goblin symbiote hybrid after taking said formula. So that's how you get the kind of the image and view that looks a bit more, I'd say more polished, more kind of like tech than it could say to be the symbiote there, and the kind of the rustic kind of look and the kind of bits of flailing symbiote and fleshy stuff. But yeah, it's cool to kind of know that's how it happens. Now, further from all of this, and as well with the power of the symbiote and as well the Green Goblin formula together, it is making a formidable foe for the likes of Spider-Man, Silk, Clash, and even Human Torch, which is going to mean that this is going to be one powerful character, especially against what is a kind of a mediocre boost to the likes of Norman Osborn in general with the Green Goblin formula. Now, through all this going on, it gets really crazy. Red Goblin is going after Spider-Man's family, and as well, Norman, aka Red Goblin, does infect the Carnage symbiote into his own grandson. There's this really intense back and forth and a final fight that is literally so massive that even Harry Osborn, his son, gets involved, and is actually one of the reasons for him dying. Yes, in a very kind of weird way, as you can see on the screen at the moment. Harry Osborn is riding the Goblin glider. Now, it doesn't really showcase if this is like he has or adopts the mantle of Green Goblin, or this is prior or post to this. But here's the thing, what is absolutely crazy is he drives this Goblin glider right into him, literally taking out, I think saving his grandson, Norman's grandson, Harry's son, I want to say. And then, yeah, just absolutely mauls in the end with the glider, saving the day. There's a Spider-Man involved. But yeah, just in the nick of time, comes in, and it's like he's saved the day. Red Goblin is going to be defeated, and yeah, man, it's a crazy, crazy story of how Red Goblin's associated. There's lots of twists and turns with this story arc, especially from the point of view of Carnage thinking that he's got Cletus Cassidy again, who's the Carnage that we all know. This will probably be in Venom 2, which is called Venom 2 Absolute Carnage, which hopefully will be out in the next year or so, but you know, COVID as it is kind of annoying. But yeah, let's have a quick look at some abilities that are in the comic books and see as well if they've really transpired into game from what we've seen in the last few days. So as said here, there should be superhuman strength, durability, regeneration, superhuman reflexes, agility, shape-shifting. That's with the symbiote aspect to this. Spider sense immunity. Now this is something that I hope is put in game, like something in True Strike form, but we're still yet to kind of find out the full aspects to this. And I think there is something mentioned in there, but we'll have a look at the spotlight nearer the time. And then we've got things with immunity to sonic attacks and immunity to fire attacks. Although there is something in the story where the symbiote is put on fire, but I don't know if it's part of the Green Goblin formula side of things. That will be something crucial to look into at a later date, and whether or not with the spotlights, things have really kind of like come in place. And I did want to just make this a predominantly comic book history type video, but you know, we'll see what happens. And as well, it's interesting to note that the Red Goblin persona marks the third of Osborn's mainstream personas, so it's basically run the same motives as the usual Green Goblin persona, yet much more powerful. So it's good to see a more powerful version, and as well, really looking forward to this coming into game. Especially the look that Kabam have given the character, as it indeed is very much symbiote meets Red Goblin. And I don't know if this is like the Incinerate side of things, which as we've seen, it's good to see kind of a link in between both characters and kind of adopting stuff, especially with the way that pumpkin bombs work and the extent of the symbiote being more powerful than the person with the formula, which is what we've been led to believe in this comic book history video. Yes, thank you very much for watching this video. Do bear in mind a deep dive of what's happening next month or next week. Next update, October update. It can be found up there. Go and see it. It's the most recent video. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to plan for video 2 today, but I will come up with an idea. Maybe it will be something associated with the game. Maybe a rank up video. I don't know at the moment. I'm actually at this very moment, whilst this video has been out, probably having my haircut. So I'm looking forward to that. And it's weird to look forward to a haircut, but I need one. So thanks very much for supporting. Check out some content. See you very soon. Bye bye.